Hello, dear viewer, and thank you for joining me on day 27 of reading the Bible together. Today, we are reading Exodus chapter 5 and 6 from the Old Testament, as well as Matthew chapter 17, verse 1 to 13 from the New Testament. Let's start. Exodus chapter 5. Moses and Aaron before the king of Egypt. Then Moses and Aaron went to the king of Egypt and said, "The Lord, the God of Israel, says, 'Let my people go, so that they can hold a festival in the desert to honor me.'" "Who is the Lord?" the king demanded. "Why should I listen to him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go." Moses and Aaron replied, "The God of the Hebrews has revealed himself to us. Allow us to travel 3 days into the desert to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. If we don't do so, he will kill us with disease or by war." The king said to Moses and Aaron, "What do you mean by making the people neglect their work? Get those slaves back to work. You people have become more numerous than the Egyptians, and now you want to stop working." That same day, the king commanded the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen, "Stop giving the people straw for making bricks. Make them go and find it for themselves, but still require them to make the same number of bricks as before, not one brick less. They don't have enough work to do, and that is why they keep asking me to let them go and offer sacrifices to their God. Make them work harder and keep them busy, so that they won't have time to listen to a pack of lies." The slave drivers and the Israelite foremen went out and said to the Israelites, "The king has said that he will not supply you with any more straw. He says that you must go and get it for yourselves wherever you can find it, but you must still make the same number of bricks." So the people went all over Egypt looking for straw. The slave drivers kept trying to force them to make the same number of bricks every day, as they had made when they were given straw. The Egyptian slave drivers beat the Israelite foremen, whom they had put in charge of the work. They demanded, "Why aren't you people making the same number of bricks that you made before?" Then the foremen went to the king and complained, "Why do you do this to us, your majesty? We are given no straw, but we are still ordered to make bricks. And now we are being beaten. It is your people that are at fault." The king answered, "You are lazy and don't want to work, and that is why you ask me to let you go and offer sacrifices to the Lord. Now get back to work. You will not be given any straw, but you must still make the same number of bricks." The foremen realized that they were in trouble when they were told that they had to make the same number of bricks every day as they had made before. As they were leaving, they met Moses and Aaron, who were waiting for them. They said to Moses and Aaron, "The Lord has seen what you have done, and will punish you for making the king and his officers hate us. You have given them an excuse to kill us." Moses complains to the Lord. Then Moses turned to the Lord again and said, "Lord, why do you mistreat your people? Why did you send me here? Ever since I went to the king to speak for you, he has treated them cruelly, and you have done nothing to help them." Exodus chapter 6. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Now you are going to see what I will do to the king. I will force him to let my people go. In fact, I will force him to drive them out of his land." God calls Moses. God spoke to Moses and said, "I am the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as Almighty God, but I did not make myself known to them by my holy name, the Lord. I also made my covenant with them, promising to give them the land of Canaan, the land in which they had lived as foreigners. Now I have heard the groaning of the Israelites, whom the Egyptians have enslaved, and I have remembered my covenant. So tell the Israelites that I say to them, 'I am the Lord. I will rescue you and set you free from your slavery to the Egyptians. I will raise my mighty arm to bring terrible punishment upon them, and I will save you. I will make you my own people, and I will be your God. you will know that I am the Lord your God when I set you free from slavery in Egypt. I will bring you to the land that I solemnly promised to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I will give it to you as your own possession. I am the Lord. Moses told this to the Israelites, but they would not listen to him, because their spirits had been broken by their cruel slavery. Then the Lord said to Moses, Go and tell the king of Egypt that he must let the Israelites leave his land. But Moses replied, Even the Israelites will not listen to me, so why should the king? I am such a poor speaker. The Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, Tell the Israelites and the king of Egypt that I have ordered you to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. The family record of Moses and Aaron. Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, had 4 sons, Hanoch, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. They were the ancestors of the clans that bear their names. Simeon had 6 sons, Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Yachin, Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. They were the ancestors of the clans that bear their names. Levi had 3 sons, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. They were the ancestors of the clans that bear their names. Levi lived 137 years. Gershon had 2 sons, Libni and Shimei, and they had many descendants. Kohath had 4 sons, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. Kohath lived 133 years. Merari had 2 sons, Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of Levi with their descendants. Amram married his father's sister, Jochebed, who bore him Aaron and Moses. Amram lived 137 years. Izhar had 3 sons, Korah, Nepheg, and Zichri. Uzziel also had 3 sons, Mishael, Elzaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba, the daughter of Aminadab and sister of Nahshon. She bore him Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Itamar. Korah had 3 sons, Asir, Elkanah, and Abiashaph. They were the ancestors of the divisions of the clan of Korah. Eleazar, Aaron's son, married one of the Putiel daughters, who bore him Phinehas. These were the heads of the families and the clans of the tribe of Levi. Aaron and Moses were the ones to whom the Lord said, Lead the tribes of Israel out of Egypt. They were the men who told the king of Egypt to free the Israelites. The Lord's command to Moses and Aaron. When the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, he said, I am the Lord. Tell the king of Egypt everything I tell you. But Moses answered, You know that I am such a poor speaker. Why should the king listen to me? Please feel free to pause the video here for time to reflect on what we have read. Let's continue. Matthew chapter 17, verse 1 to 13. The Transfiguration. 6 days later, Jesus took with him Peter and the brothers James and John and led them up a high mountain where they were alone. As they looked on, a change came over Jesus. His face was shining like the sun, and his clothes were dazzling white. Then the 3 disciples saw Moses and Elijah talking with Jesus. So Peter spoke up and said to Jesus, Lord, how good it is that we are here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was talking, a shining cloud came over them, and a voice from the cloud said, This is my own dear Son, with whom I am pleased. Listen to him. When the disciples heard the voice, they were so terrified that they threw themselves face downward on the ground. Jesus came to them and touched them. Get up, he said, don't be afraid. So they looked up and saw no one there but Jesus. As they came down the mountain, Jesus ordered them, Don't tell anyone about this vision you have seen until the Son of Man has been raised from death. Then the disciples asked Jesus, Why do the teachers of the law say that Elijah has to come first? Elijah is indeed coming first, answered Jesus, and he will get everything ready. But I tell you that Elijah has already come, and people did not recognize him, but treated him just as they pleased. In the same way, they will also mistreat the Son of Man. Then the disciples understood that he was talking to them about John the Baptist. Please feel free to pause the video here for time to reflect on what we have read. That's it for today, and I hope that you'll join me in the next video. Wishing you a graceful morning, day, or evening.